encyclopedia on Smash Puerto Rican Smash Ultimate dubs. So I gotta really see if the talk is all talk, if it's real, the action is real.
This is definitely gonna be the set to actually prove that. Gabs, Kindred, ReN, and 8BitMan, let's get down.
All right, let's see. But one last thing. I heard that they like to do team kills on each other in SD. So how can they gas themselves up if they do SDs and team kills? I don't know. We'll see how it goes on in this game number 1. 8BitMan kind of fishing for the Fox immediately, knowing that if you edge guard him, that's done stock. And Gabs in a situation where he found himself off stage and kind of looking a lot of chaos here from both green team, taking a lot of percent. Let's see how they can kind of turn this around.
Yeah, 80% already onto the Fox and 77 onto Gabs. Definitely not a situation where you want to be in. But now actually setting up ReN for the outside and trying to make something recover. But 8BitMan doing a really good job of maintaining distance from Team Green.
Gabs had an opportunity to kind of do an edge guard on ReN there. Once Game & Watch has a spacey like Wolf or Fox, there's a lot of few places where they can actually recover. He covered mostly high. ReN was able to come back and no real punish. So far, lots of minimal, the attempts are there, but it's not close enough.
Okay, so far, so good. Both teams actually trying to take some first blood. And you see a good tech actually come out by 8BitMan, actually getting hit with the sour spot of the key by Game & Watch, who intercepts the Rob with an up smash. So first blood by the green team.
It was clear. I kind of felt that Gabs knew that he wanted to enter there no matter what. Use his invincibility, punished him for trying to even think about the option. There we go. ReN actually saw that that 8BitMan had a chance for a smash and waited to throw. But, Kindred was there. He protected his butt. And Kindred following up on an up smash. They're looking pretty good in this game.
Okay, so Gabs surviving up to 150% is not a scenario that we see actually coming out very quickly. So it's really good that he's actually playing the tank scenario that time around. As we see him actually trying to edge guard ReN, that's a stock. Oh no, he had the second jump, so he should be good to go. So good recognition on ReN to maintain all of his recovery options.
He waited for the proper 45-degree angle. He actually had the patience to wait, and Gabs, maybe he decided to go with a smash. He thought that ReN would have actually gone a little bit higher.
Okay, so Gabs actually losing that stock that time, but surviving a lot when it comes to the defensive pressure. So good on him, but he needs to start to try to save Kindred a little more as we continue to juggle onto the Rob with 152%, responding back with the uppy, but the laser is actually going to work as a get off me tool.
Kindred has been doing very well as well, doing a lot of hits and runs. He's putting a lot of pressure by jumping over and kind of fades back just in case he doesn't have the opportunity. He happened to fall into the last hitbox of the up air. This is a stock, but nonetheless, the hit and run strategy continues on.
Yeah, high percents for both players on blue team. It could be a preferable situation for the green team if they can raise those stocks like they just did with that chair shot and trying to respond back. So Gabs and Kindred both actually doing a really good job on their own, managing to recover that time. Fox is 93% onto Game & Watch. So far, so good for green.
2 down airs and they couldn't get the spike. That's actually going to feel a little bit weird because you're like, I thought I had it. But now there's a good chance for green team to turn back on blue. Ooh, what a laser edge guard. Now this is just tough. Now it's just, can Gabs live long enough to help make this comeback?
It's looking good for Gabs. He did survive up to 160% that time. So his survivability is definitely not in question for this particular game. It's going to be up to 8BitMan to actually get that 2v1 scenario because Kindred is comboing the hell out of ReN right now.
Oh
my God,
down
two-frame.
smash.
Oh my God, the snipe!
That is actually nuts. What a bad sequence of events. It actually felt like he actually died at 50%. He actually took the stock from Gabs and died sooner. A third of what he has right now.
Doing such a good job. Recognition all around. That's going to be a scoop up smash. Blue team actually takes one from the brink of defeat almost. And hopefully production can get me the replay for that scenario as soon as possible. Everybody was too enthralled, so we don't have the replay. Nevertheless,
I'll tell you a play-by-play. Wolf did down smash and hit forward and back, which is, pew pew. That's incredible. Like he actually, the extension from the hit gave Gabs enough time to end up behind him and that was like the worst situation. He gets sent so far away to the thing when 8BitMan has sent a top, and the top kills him.
That was such a good angle.
That was without a doubt. Like, if Kindred has bad luck, I wouldn't go to the casino. I would consider that either like cold calculations or just bad luck. I'll add both of them. Let's just put it all together. Some really calculated luck. Bad, though. It's just bad.
Calculated.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? I thought this game was really close.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was really close.
Oh, for sure.
If I were to pick a stage, PS2 was good, but I kind of want them to get closer because when they got separated, Gabs wasn't getting his edge guards.
Agreed.
I think when Kindred and Gabs were together, they were getting lots of hits in.
Agreed. I think they need to play a little bit more coordinated together instead of going for the 1v1 and try to get some combos going.
Like, we can see that they have the skill to do 1v1, but it's a matter of fact of just securing the KO. Gabs had lots of opportunities, and he had them, but it's just, you know, most edge guards are just a lot of reads. You know, you're trying to see if he goes high, go low, but he didn't get those, they get the kills.
Actually going for small battlefield that time, and the counter pick on the music as well, actually going for O2 Battle from Kirby series. Now, 8BitMan is a fanatic of Kirby Air Rides, so this is definitely right up his alley with the Kirby franchise. And see if it's going to be enough for Game 2. Now, a smaller stage, like you mentioned before, could benefit them to try to maintain that distance.
Of the stage, though.
Yeah, but smaller, like you mentioned. So great observation by my commentary partner, Yoma, actually convincing them to switch stages, if you will.
I just think, like, as a person who kind of, Gabs is kind of getting a little bit hungry. I was going to say, as aggressive that I see Gabs and Kindred be, maybe being on a smaller stage would benefit them, but 8BitMan has been using this huge hitbox to his advantages, and ReN has kind of been there to just stuff out Kindred from doing anything else.
Yeah, Gabs has been on 8BitMan like glue right now. Just constantly going up, down, left, right, and center, making sure that Rob is never comfortable when it comes to the approaches. Now, ReN is doing an excellent job trying to get those edge guards done by Fox, but the recovery isn't exploitable if you're playing against Wolf, so most of the edge guard situations are going to miss on the mark as we see down trash coming out from Gabs to take away that first stock.
Gabs was on a mission. He wanted to 8BitMan stock because he was, like you said, he was him like gum on shoe. Like, there was literally no moment where he didn't want to let him breathe, and he got the KO. Gabs really trying to make a point here that last time I didn't get my KOs, that's different this time.
He went for the judge as well. Now, this is part of the confidence by both Kindred and Gabs. These are players that ooze confidence whenever they play, and it's just the way that they do it.
Nice, able to prevent the edge guard on Kindred coming in with a down air. Kindred was in a precarious situation, but actually, I think Kindred has been putting a lot of stock on 8BitMan. That was a 30 to 80% just on that 1v1 situation.
So going for the inside one more time now, recovering safely from Fox. Up smash is going to miss the mark for 8BitMan. Just like we mentioned before, Yoma, they are playing a little bit more individual. Nevertheless, the smaller stage is definitely being a benefit.
Gabs again, getting a KO on 8BitMan. This is, trying to make a statement here. I got your number, is what he's saying. And Kindred is like, you know what? I'm okay with racking up the percent because I don't need to get the KO. Gabs got that in spades.
Yeah, this seems a little personal, Yoma. Maybe a little bit of a preview from singles.
You're literally seeing him chase him across the stage. He has not let him go. He doesn't care about ReN. He cares about 8BitMan.
Apparently he cares about Kindred too because he used that down air to take away his partner's stock. And the lead that they had is actually a detriment now. 3 stocks apiece for each team.
I mean, you could call that collateral damage, but I think the statement is still clear. That Gabs is on there, Kindred will just rack up the percent. ReN actually been kind of walled out by Kindred because Fox has been kind of preventing him from getting anywhere with his, because Kindred using his speed has not let ReN do anything.
So he's trying to set up the forward smash one more time after the burial, but way too low percents for 8BitMan to actually stay too long. They need to be careful now because they're starting to get on the Fox. And if they lose the stock too quickly, they could be at a disadvantage as Gabs loses that stock.
Now ReN kind of changing it up. He actually gets a good dash attack on Kindred. No KO, but the extension on the shield gets the KO on 8BitMan. We're in a very close situation. Both two people on high stocks and one very much a new stock.
That's exactly the KO that Team Green needed. Actually going for the rotor arm and just cinching him right onto the outside. 8BitMan is trying to respond back. This is a 2v1 scenario by Gabs, but this is not out of the realm of possibility in the slightest.
This is actually very dangerous because any given moment, ooh, if there had been even a little bit of bad DI, ReN would have been gone. And then Gabs would have been happy with that 1v1. Lots of good, look at his maneuverability. He's being so slippery. He doesn't mind throwing all these hitboxes because even a single hit can make you nervous, can get you tense. And he taunts. Gabs is just a character.
So he's trying to get him that time with an up smash, but that should not be enough.
Good DI.
Brilliant DI that time by Gabs, trying to survive as much as possible and trying to take that stock from Wolf forward to sending him right across the stage. 8BitMan trying to respond back, and the up air, again, staleness, Joma. That's the thing in this game. If he hits him one more time, this could be the KO, though.
I think Gabs will still continue on with his mission of sticking on to 8BitMan. I think with that taunt, do you think he's just kind of like, this is over?
That's just the type of player that he is, man. He just throws out taunts out of the wazoo. Kindred does the same thing. They both taunt whenever they feel like they're, they just want to throw out a little bit. Nevertheless, they are still alive in bracket. They are in loser's side. But moving on, 8BitMan and ReN are looking pretty good.
They looked really good in that one.
Good.
I mean, Gabs and Kindred were gassing themselves up. They did well, I thought that game, too, they were looking quite comfortable until, like,